Good morning, Olive Branch. I'm TJ Cates. I want to thank you so much for starting your day with us. I have somebody that I've realized when I brought him to City Hall this morning. Everybody already knows you. I tried to introduce you, but everybody knows you. But introduce yourself for the one person that may not know.
My name is Jason Banks.
And you're with?
I'm with Farm Bureau Insurance.
All right, so what we brought him in today was to answer some questions because I have a lot of questions about insurance. A lot of people that are renting, they have investments, rental property, land, everything that we have in Mississippi, there's things that people just don't know about. I know flood insurance. I just went through continuing education from a real estate license, and that's one thing that they really focused on. So you can kind of clear up some topics today. So pretend like you're on a game show.
Okay.
Do we have a buzzer for Jason?
Is there a free car at the end of it? Or?
I don't know. That's up to you, man. So let's just talk about the basics. Let's say people just moved to Mississippi. Is there different coverage or any state laws that cross the border or don't cross the border?
That is a great question, and we do get a lot of folks that move maybe out of Tennessee, out of Shelby County coming this way, or from more of our rural communities coming up here for FedEx or for Amazon or all these great jobs that we have up here. And a lot of times insurance laws do vary per state line. So somebody that may have had a policy in Tennessee, they may find that their coverage is a little bit different here, or what they, like you said, they may be moving out of a flood zone or into a flood zone. But for the most part, your liability limits are going to be similar. Your deductibles are going to be similar. You can pick those. You need to choose the right fit for your policy or your coverage to fit your family's needs. And so a lot of that is the same, no matter where you're at.
What if somebody moves down here to rent and they're not ready to buy, or they're building a home, and there's a little you have renter's insurance, which I think is really important, and it's affordable.
You can get yourself a contents policy that covers, you don't have to have a lease to have one, but just, if you have stuff, if you have furniture, you have clothes or anything like that, then you're a candidate for contents insurance or renter's insurance.
So you can rent a house, you can rent a room, you can rent anything you're doing just to protect your content.
Absolutely.
Now, some people think whenever they rent that maybe their contents are covered by the homeowner or the landlord. So that's not always the case.
That is not the case. The other thing, and I tell my landlords this, it's very important for liability purposes. Your liability insurance might cover if there's a dog bite, if there's a kid over there playing with your kid and they get hurt or something like that. It's important, if nothing else, for the liability coverage there, for landlords to have their tenants carry renter's insurance to kind of take some of that risk off of them also.
That's cool. Let's jump right into homeownership, and what are some things that people get, because homes are getting so expensive, and I know that there's 4 or 5 people trying to buy a house at one time. Sometimes people are not taking the time to go into a house. What are some things that can save people money with these increased sales prices that they're buying?
Farm Bureau is similar to other companies. We offer bundling discounts. You can pick up an extra discount on your auto or your home by carrying the other with us. And so that's a great thing to do. Also making sure, with the new beautiful homes that we have here in this area, typically newer style neighborhoods and the type of constructions that we have, you want to make sure that you have, good replacement cost coverage. You need to make sure that it's not going to be a type of policy that may have some sort of depreciation or something in it that they may not have been expecting. And that's a great thing about having a local agent, somebody that will look over that for you and kind of be, somebody that can make sure you're getting all the right boxes checked on your policy and things like that.
And you do that personally, and I think that's a big benefit that we have working with you, is that we don't have a 1-800 number to call and somebody's got the little headset. I mean, we can actually stop in. Your office is next to DAC. I think I just gave DAC a plug. But we're on Get Well and
Well and Goodman.
That used to be a little small Bank of Mississippi.
At one time it was a Bank of Mississippi.
Yeah.
They've
if everybody knows where it is, behind McLemore's Market. We sound so country right now. Behind the old McLemore's Market, the sells tamales. Yeah, but you got to know where it is. So it's cool that they can stop in there and see you. And one cool thing I like about you too is we text you, and I try not to bother you because you're just moving, but you're available to text, and I think that's real important.
A lot of people like that, especially our younger folks.
Yeah.
I have people say, if it can be texted, text it to me, instead of.
Well, that way you don't have to write it down.
And a lot of people are at work and they can't take a call or something like that. So, but it's not just us, what you were speaking on about local, Farm Bureau is a Mississippi-based company. So if you call me, you're going to get somebody that you can definitely tell is from Mississippi when I talk.
So it's real. The accent's real.
It's real. It's
okay.
real. But
I didn't know if you learned that at college. That's good.
I've been working on it for a long time.
You're doing a great job.
You know, our claims department, our home offices are in Jackson, Mississippi. So you're dealing with your neighbors through the whole process.
We like it a
so
lot.
to speak. Absolutely.
We like it, and we also like it. Let's plug them before we forget that actually
Girl Scout cookies.
you showed up with 4 boxes of cookies, and I told you yesterday, and you said, "Do I need to bring anything?" I said, "Yeah."
I brought 5 boxes, but I ate one on the way. So.
Oh, did you? Well, thank goodness I started handing them out to everybody. Sam Riker's the only one that was brave enough to say, "I don't want cookies." Everybody else said, "Yeah, we definitely want cookies." But you're doing that now. That's some of the community involvement that you do.
We have a local Girl Scout troop that we're trying to boost up a little bit. And I think it's been a little bit difficult with some of the COVID and everything, them getting out and, you know, people answering their doors and stuff. So,
well, I grabbed a couple when I was in there.
Hey, the more boxes I can give out, the less that I have to eat. So.
Yeah, I did. Okay. Well, cool. I just wanted to plug that you have Girl Scout cookies because, like you said, it's hard to find Girl Scout cookies right now. So let's talk about car insurance and the different kinds of car insurance and just kind of school me on that. Like how
Absolutely.
I always want to save people money and I always want people to shop local, and that's why you're here today. Let's talk
That's
about
our goal. You know, we want everybody to be able to feel like they're getting the best buy for their money. And a lot of people, when they come to us, they're coming to us to try to write a cheaper policy, and I get that. You know, there's ways that you can save by maybe taking a higher deductible to save yourself some monthly premium. But we also have to make sure people are covered properly.
Yeah.
So, you know, we look a lot at people's liability limits, which is your risk if you hit somebody, being maybe sued by another insurance company or subrogated by them or have an attorney reach out to you. So we want to make sure that people have adequate coverage too. We don't want to just...
Cars are expensive now.
They are. And, you know, a lot of people don't realize, you know, if you do hit somebody and even if you have full coverage, you could be an underinsured motorist if you don't have the proper limits in place.
What do you do? Look at the value of somebody's car and then the average value of other people's cars that they may get?
And there's you have options. So you could go with low limits, you go with high limits, or somewhere in the middle. Everybody's a little bit different. You know, we just want to make sure that, you know, each family has the coverage that they need to make sure where they're not calling me if they get in the middle of a claim and say, hey, why are we getting these bills?
What's the biggest mistake? Not putting down the 800 numbers and all the TV, because I actually did go to a big TV advertiser for insurance a couple years ago. And when I came to you, you're like, wow, that's a big rate. I'm like, yeah. And then you said, well, you could, I mean, it literally was probably 2/3, if not half. And I thought because they advertised a lot on television, it was when to go, and I didn't know what to compare it to. So what's the biggest mistake people do whenever they do just call an 800 number? Like if you're at a car lot. You're going to want insurance right then if you haven't had a car or something. What are some mistakes that they can make?
I think for the most part, just, you know, a lot of people don't sit there and read their policy. They don't sit there and study their insurance. So
we don't have to look at though.
Right.
You see it every day.
I do. And so that's just part of having an agent that will walk you through that and make sure that you have coverage tailored. You know, the reason that they offer different limits and different deductibles and different plans is because everybody's a little bit different. Yeah. So we want to make sure that we give you the right fit.
All right, let's talk about life insurance. We talked about that recently. How important is that, and what's the best one to do, or does it all just depend on the person and the situation?
Life insurance is extremely important. We're blessed here in our area to have a lot of companies that maybe offer a group plan. The thing that we like about ours is you own it. If you change jobs, if you decide to go into business for yourself, or if you just for health reasons are forced to leave your company, you may not be insurable. And so to have a policy that you own that can be yours is very important. You can go work anywhere you want or not work anywhere you want or go do anything you want to do, and you own that policy. We offer term insurance. We offer permanent insurance. We offer, again, something for everybody. Do
you charge people to kind of evaluate them and get them to come in?
You can get a free review anytime.
So they can just come make an appointment, and if they don't feel COVID friendly, then they can call you and talk to you?
With COVID, we've done some Zoom appointments. We've done.
Did you wear shoes?
I did.
Did you? That's a really good businessman to wear shoes.
And Crocs, with my suits.
I always wonder what people are getting by with. had an interesting conversation at the cleaners this morning. I was dropping off, and another man came in, and the owner was there, and he said, "Man, I haven't seen you in so long." He said, "I wear one shirt to my Zoom meetings, and that's, I mean, I'm sure he wears everything else, but he says, I just don't go to the cleaners anymore." So I was wondering, it's affecting everybody's lifestyle and everybody's small business, and that's why we're so appreciative of you coming in to help with small business as you are.
Thank you for
and
having
local, yeah. But I think it's funny how it's really changing everybody's lifestyle. So some people, like my parents, they don't want to get out and go to meetings. So you can Zoom meeting with you and ask questions.
Absolutely. Our company has really done a good job of adapting. We're able to do some DocuSign things. We're able to do some email things. We're able to do, I've met with people on FaceTime, on Zoom, any way possible. You know, we still want to be there. We still want to be, you know, out seeing our people when we can, but we also want to be accommodating to everybody's needs.
That's
and have
good.
Plenty of other options if you.
We're going to close out and show people where they find you, and then after the video's up, we'll put your contact information in there. You may have a lot of people asking questions because most people don't know, because you talk insurance all day long. So what's the easiest way if somebody's with a policy, say a car, or they have homeowners insurance that's paid through an account, through an escrow account, can they still go in like an escrow account, like your monthly payment, your principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, your taxes aren't going to change, and your principal and interest may, but people really need to look at if they could lower their homeowners, then they could possibly have a lower payment later because of the escrow account. So you can look at people with an active account.
Sure, and we offer escrow with that. You know, if somebody's switching, it's good to have a conversation with your mortgage company, tell them, hey, I'm switching my insurance, and see what they require. But absolutely, we offer.
In car insurance, you don't have to wait until the policy runs out in three months or 6 months. You can go and talk to you, and y'all can do it.
You know, a lot of people pay monthly, so if you're paying your car insurance monthly, you can pretty well switch it anytime.
Yeah, so that's really good. Okay, so what else do you do that we don't know about that we can talk about on TV?
We've talked about auto, home, and life. We do a little bit of commercial insurance. We have a great Farm Bureau bank where we do auto loans, refinances, farm equipment we loan money on. We do some general liability for some of our self-employed folks. There's several parts to us.
So liability, and then small businesses. What do you offer for small businesses?
We offer some business insurance. We can insure some properties. We can insure their liability. We can, if they offer services, we can offer them, you know, a lot of different types of general liability for what they do if they're on site.
And you offer financing for cars and farms? Didn't know that. Competitive?
Yes, sir.
I knew you were going to say yes.
Great rate. No, we really do. Our rates are fantastic right now.
All right. And you wear shoes at your interviews, man. This is great. Say hi to some people back at your office, because I know they'll get a kick out of it.
Ginger and Jennifer and Brian and Bill, everybody over there, hello.
What about the wife and babies, man?
I got a 6-month-old named Ben and a 4-year-old named AJ and a beautiful wife named Anna.
There you go. Well, hi, everybody. Thanks so much for coming in. Let's tell everybody where they can find you, the best way to connect with you and learn a little bit more how to save money.
Sure. I'm at 7055 Getwell Road in South Haven. Our office number is 662-470-4524. I have a Facebook page. It's Jason Banks, Farm Bureau Insurance. Email's on there. You can email me, call me, drop me a Facebook message, whatever's easy for you.
That's great, man. Thanks so much for coming in. If you have more questions for Jason, then he obviously knows all the answers. You didn't need a buzzer. You knew him, man. Just like that.
I'm telling you.
That's good
I
stuff.
thought we were going to play Plinko or something.
It's not over yet.
Okay.
We're going to bring you back.
Okay, good.
All right, yeah. This has been TJ Cates with Good Morning Olive Branch. Thanks so much for watching. Watch us every Tuesday morning at 10:30. We're right here in OBTV. Sam Reichard behind the executive producer desk back there running it. We're going to say hi to Wendell, who's hopefully watching at home, and Jay's across the street, and Scott's upstairs, man. Everybody's big team putting the show together every week, so it's great to have you.
Thank y'all for everything you do.
All right, thanks so much, Jason.
Yes, sir.